Good morning. It is Friday, 16th February. We are midway through the month of February, and let me say a pleasant good morning to you. Thank God it is Friday. This is Mervyn Hanley at THG News Today, THG Network, but I think I need to speak to my producer regarding news on a Friday. There's something about Fridays. I think that Friday is supposed to be a light time, light moments and stuff like that. So I need to have a conversation with my producer about THG News Today on a Friday, and we can just do Monday to Thursdays. Friday is supposed to be light. Even if we don't do news, hard news, we do something lighter, right? Who knows? Probably go over to Best Buy in Angola and we can do something at Best Buy. Who knows? Shop around, do a game, do something, raffle, whatever it is. But I just believe that Friday is supposed to be a light day than other days for the news. Yeah? Good morning, Best Buy. And the owner of Best Buy there, that's Maxine. How are you doing this morning? Let us hear from our sponsor, Colin Sun on St. Martin, and we'll be right back with THG News Today. Colin Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Colin Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Pondville. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Pondville, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Colin Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Colin Sun Bakery. We are here to serve you. And we begin, of course, news from Miami. This is regarding former Premier Andrew Fahie. I know, folks, we have been doing extensive reporting on the former Premier, and I hope that you appreciate what we do as far as bringing the information to you regarding a former Caribbean leader, because I just find that this story is fascinating, and many of you agree with me that is just one fascinating story, what has happened to the former Premier and what is taking place now in the Miami court. Well, let me read something to you, and then we'll talk about it further. Because the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of Florida must now figure out what to do about the apparent second-guessing of their votes to convict former Premier of the BVI Andrew Fahie by at least 2 jurors in the case. Now, earlier this week, reports emerged that shortly after delivering their verdict, being polled and discharged, 2 jurors made their discomfort with the outcome of the trial known. And I'm going to go through exactly what they did. This is the first time you're getting this information. So here it is. First, to court staffers, and then directly to counsel for the defense. The new filings by both sides of the matter have shed more light on exactly what happened, while make competing suggestions about how the court should proceed. In a response to a brief from prosecutors, the defense noted that one of the jurors in question, we're calling her Juror A, had on day 6 of the 8th day of trial sent a note to the court complaining about the length of the proceedings and requesting a speedy trial. Now, where else do you hear that? Where else? That a juror sending a note telling the court, you guys hurry up, speed this up, please. Right? Now, at the time, the court admonished them about discussing such matters before the case been presented to them for deliberation. And while the jury was being polled after delivering their verdict on Friday 8th, another juror, Juror B, reportedly made eye contact with counsel for the defense and facially indicated concern, something counsel raised immediately following the jury's discharge by the court. At that time, no further action was taken. But minutes later, Judge Williams summoned the parties back into the courtroom to advise that 2 jurors, B and C, had made contact with a court staffer to indicate that the published verdicts did not represent their decision. So this is what one of them did. They did not only contact the lawyer and the judge, but before all of this was going on, when immediately, that means something happened in that jury room, because immediately after the decision, the verdict, the juror went to a court staffer to say they do not agree with that decision. That's not the decision, right? But however, the court staffer immediately terminated the inappropriate contact, and there was no indication of which of the charges had not received unanimous agreement. Jurors B and C were informed that they would be contacted again in reference to an investigation and inquiry and discharged again. However, minutes later, Juror C made another attempt at outreach, this time by calling the offices of Venable LLP, that's the firm represent Andrew Fahie. And a second attempt was made a day later, with Juror C leaving a voicemail this time, which counsel reportedly did not listen to. Mistaking the number probably for a friend of Mr. Fahie, the call was returned. Now, during that brief conversation, Juror C reportedly asked what was happening with the case and expressed concern that if all jurors are asked to return, that they would never come to an agreement. So again, what took place in that courtroom? The call was swiftly terminated by the attorney and immediately reported to the court as well as prosecutors. I tell you, I have to make a movie out of this because this is indeed a movie. Now, at the hearing on Monday, the court invited both prosecutors and the defense to suggest how to proceed under these highly unusual circumstances. So they filed their arguments and their submissions. And of course, what will happen now? The judge, they had up until yesterday to make additional submissions, which they did, I am told. So now we await the future of this trial, whether it's going to be a mistrial or whether the judge say, you know what, we're not going any further with this. I'm not doing this any further. And Mr. Fahie, you're free to go back to the BVI. That can be it too. But I can tell you something. If Andrew A. Fahie is released, whether by or found not guilty or whatever the case may be, I can predict this to you today, Friday, 16th of February. He will go back to the BVI and he will be premier of the BVI again. And this time, even if the British say, no, we're taking over, BVI goes independent. But I can guarantee you, anytime this man gets out of prison, anytime this man is free, he will be premier of the British Virgin Islands again. Mark my words. We now move to news from Angola. The government of Anguilla, in partnership with DART, the funding partner, is pleased to present to you, the people of Angola and the visitors, the rendering for the new Lansambole Cultural Center. We'll show the rendering after I read this with the music and everything so folks can see exactly what the Lansambole Cultural Center will look like. They're hoping to finish this by August. Wow. This is what? February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months. Okay, that's possible. Designed by Courtney Morton with the assistance of Daryl Richardson and Kazim Ford. The Cultural Center will form the epicenter of all cultural activities and is the brainchild of the Honorable Deanne Kentish Rogers. According to the release, this is the manifestation of a vision shared for decades and in consultation with many icons. As we forge ahead with the quest to build a new Angola as per the release, infrastructure development is paramount. We believe that our people can only thrive when given the tools and opportunities through the development of all facets of Angola's touch points. People first, Anguilla first. And of course, we are now going to show you the rendering, and this is the projected visual of the Lansambole Cultural Center where they host most of the shows and activities. And they are saying to you, please note that variances may occur as construction proceeds. So let us look now at what it will look like for you come Carnival 50 in Anguilla. Let's take a look.
This is a long weekend in the country. Get up! All of the children are happy. Get up! Want me another? Got me done. My pockets are empty, but I'm feeling fine. Feeling. I don't mind. wants and your worries. Get up, get up, get up. Relax and enjoy all the glories. Get up, get up, get up. Jump to your music.
Niceness. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. And finally, in our news this morning, out of St. Lucia, opposition leader Allen Chastanet has declared that money is not his motive for being in politics, as he urged people to join his United Workers' Party. The former Prime Minister spoke Wednesday evening during the DBS television program Newsmaker Live. This is not about Allen Chastanet. It was never been about Allen Chastanet. I am not in politics to make money from politics. I will not comment on that. I will not comment. I want to see a better St. Lucia. That's what I want to see. I want to see people reach their potential in this country. That is my passion in this regard, Chastanet said. He was seeking men and women who share the same passion, putting the country and its people first. Not in words, but in real action, the UWP leader stated. Chastanet also appealed to citizens to join the UWP while strongly criticizing the ruling St. Lucia Labour Party governance. When we're going to have a march next time, when we're going to have our town hall meetings, and that's what I appealed in my New Year's address to everyone. Join the party, he said. Become a member of the executive branch. We are looking for talented, young, old, middle-aged men and women to become part of the United Workers' Party because we think we are the only progressive party in St. Lucia, the opposition leader said. And that was Allen Chastanet for you. And he's making it known that he is not in politics for money. He just loves his country. That's all it is. And he just wants the best for his people. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our news for today. I want you to have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Stay safe, everyone. I'll be back with you, God's spare, on Monday for a similar presentation. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please like this video. Please like this news edition. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and let us continue to work together as one. Send me the information. Add me to your WhatsApp so you can get the news broadcast that I issue every day, all throughout the day from the different islands. What's going on? That number for the broadcast, it is 1-869-667-7443. That's 1-869-667-7443. Have a good weekend. Take care.